Didn't see you guys there. What's going on, everybody? Pleasure, absolute pleasure to have you guys here one last time for us this Mario Kart Universal season. Once again, I'm Jacob. I'm joined by Myles. What's up, Myles?
Nothing. I'm chilling. Ready to watch some
Nothing.
MKU.
Woo! So, my good friend and co-caster Myles has said that nothing is going on, but I strongly disagree with that. We have Division 1 finals rescheduled from last week with Gungnir versus Bree. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce their name in French. We've been waiting for this one all season, man. These two teams, they were in the same conference. They had a very close record to each other in the regular season. They both handily won their semifinals. This is the match of the season for this division. I could not be more excited. What about you, Myles?
Yeah. No, I'm feeling the same way. Honestly, this is kind of a long time coming type of match. Like you said, these two teams kind of had like little bits of blowouts in their semifinals. So I'm excited to see how they stack up because Gungnir, is not a team to bat an eye at. Like they've taken matches away from Bree, and during the regular season, even like this current season, I think they took away one, maybe two matches from Bree. I'm not sure if they played twice, but I know for a fact they definitely beat Bree this regular season. So if anyone can take down Bree, the reigning champion this season, it would be GE.
Yeah, and every time we go into one of these finals, I think that we need to assume that Bree is the heavy favorites, and that is still going to be the case this time, but Gungnir definitely has the best chance of any other team in this division to take them down. With that, let's transition onto the lineups. Let's see who we're dealing with today.
Ooh.
All right, on the side of GE, we are going to have Fritix, Geto Suguru, Hina Tachibana, Maria Mikhailovna, who is going to be our POV, and I don't know who any of these people are, by the way.
I'm pulling up the lineups as we
Thank you. And we're going to be running out with Toad and Yuki, using their actual names.
So before we get into the Bree lineup, I want to read off who those two are. So Geto Suguru is Gabliator, Hina Tachibana is Ayano Koji, and Maria Mikhailovna is Sarada.
All right, there you go. So, yes, Sarada going to be our POV then. And on the side of Bree, we are going to have Kaya, LMDS, Scartax, Starlo, T1 Keria is Thomas. I know that one. And Valor, with Thomas being our POV. And Kaya, I believe, is going to be Pop-Off on the side of Bree.
That's correct.
All right, so what do we got to say about these lineups, Myles?
I mean, I believe that these two lineups are pretty standard for what each team's been throwing out throughout the season and has done really good with. So, it's kind of like why change when you're coming into the finals? Like these two teams have done exceptionally well throughout the D1 season with these specific lineups. And, once again, I'm happy to see someone like Popoff really kind of getting his flowers coming into Bree as, this being his very first season with Bree and getting to play a lot of matches with them and being in their top lineup. Like it really just kind of shows I don't know, just the improvement of these types of players. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. And I gotta say, I'm excited to once again have the Thomas POV because anyone who's watched one of our casts knows that there's a certain expectation when Thomas is in a lineup for Bree. He's gonna fill whatever role he needs. He is a difference maker in game, and when the team needs shocks, he is gonna pull shocks.
Yep.
And kind of mirroring that on the other side with the Serato POV, that's someone that we haven't really seen much from, at least in the Primetime POV sense. So I'm personally not super sure how he even plays. It's going to be very interesting to see what we're dealing with on that side.
Yeah, totally. And Serrata's a long-time player. Serrata's been playing for a very long time, but he's been playing in the way that I haven't really seen how he plays in a 6v6 setting. I guess I've played against him in Lounge, obviously, and he's very good. He's very impressive as a player, but I'm excited to see kind of what he brings to a 6v6 setting and also what we are able to see on the POV, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are into the room now. It looks like we are going to have 11 out of 12, so we're just waiting for one more.
Yeah,
by the way, I do want to shout out our new stream host for today, Immortal, doing, I believe, his first cast with MKC. So thank you very, very much for the volunteer work you're doing, and we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we're always happy to have new people coming in, and Immortal is, obviously doing a very great job so far. It's been about 10 minutes, right? But Immortal's doing a great job with setting up the graphics and setting up the POVs and everything. So thank you very much for being around.
Yeah, 100%. And we're still waiting for one more player, unfortunately. We got a little message from Immortal at the top of the screen. Hello.
Oh, Palm to Terrace here.
We're getting the classic Palm to Tear me. Hello. That was a me swap. He's not actually here, unfortunately. We've said our praises about him. I think every single time we've casted Bree. we have certain things we bring up every time these guys are casted.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I think we're waiting for Pop Off, but it looks like we're waiting for Ferdix. So
yeah, there we go. So it's going to be 12 out of 12. We're going to be getting started here right away. Hopefully, once again, Division 1 Finals, BRE versus Gungnir. Good luck to both teams. We're going to get started.
Good luck. Let's get it. Do we know if these teams have the no repick rule in play?
I am going to check that right now. I don't know. Okay. They haven't said anything about it in the chat, which would mean that it is in effect by default.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully we can get confirmation on that either during this war or between this and war number 2. But we're going to be getting started right away with GE's track pick. That is going to be Singapore, Poursuite à Singapore, as it's better known in the country of France.
I'm excited to see some Singapore action coming into this war, because I don't know, this is one of my favorite 6v6 tracks, right? As a bottom spot track, and personally, I think that if you're, especially if you have a team with 1 or 2 inwards in your lineup, Singapore is a really powerful track to start from the bottom, probably even stronger than Trainbow at this point with the new strat that came in with the smart steering. Right, like if you get a Sherm that first set, you can just kind of get to the front immediately, and just like that.
Exactly that with Serrata.
Yeah, looks like GE being in top 3 here already. So the strat did work.
Yuki's likely going to be staying left here with the Nano, try to trail someone, and Serrata's actually going to shroom up ahead of him. Good team play from them to avoid the trail on themselves.
I like that.
Up here first, and he's going to get hit by Yuki after all. I spoke too soon. Very unfortunate for them. A little bit of lapse in judgment for them, and he's going to get fired as well. So hit all the way to the back with 0 coins. He's going to be forced to bag. Ferdix and Vela getting taken out as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think we do still have Yuki in the front, but it looks like, looking at the map, it might just be Yuki. Yeah, it looks like it might be a 157. 157 right now for GE, maybe something like that.
It's going to be
Bomb going
and
up.
Thomas. In 2-3, holding down the 2-3-4 for Bree right now.
Mm-hmm.
So GE, I think, should be going for shock, even though they are holding down first and have a big breakaway. They don't really have anything after that.
Right, yeah.
We do see the red Yoshi pretty far back. I don't know which color is which yet, unfortunately.
I think all the greens are GE. Okay, it looks like GE is coming up. GE's breaking away into the spots in the front. It looks like it might just be a 2-3 right now for Bree. And Yuki is kind of broken away here.
Yeah, Yuki doing a very good job running this track. Holding first after losing his protection to his teammate. It was a bad situation. He's making the most of it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Blue is going to be out. And it might connect, actually. That's pretty close.
Yeah, I think that's going to connect, unfortunately.
I'm not sure.
Oh, we
need to see whether he got blued before the line.
Yeah.
That was very hard to tell.
Either way, it looks like a lot of bottoms for Bree, but I think that's GE in last. Okay.
He does hold first, so it's going to be a 1-3-4-5-6 for them. Ferdix not having the tag updated yet.
Oh, so wow.
Extremely strong race to start him off.
That's a huge race for them, yeah. The last kind of hurts a little bit, but still, that's a huge starting race for GE.
And that was a situation where it looked better for Bree in the middle of the race than it actually was at the end. They had that 2-3-4 pretty locked down in the middle, so they had no reason to really go for shock until GE started taking their spots back, and all of a sudden it was too late for Bree to really do anything.
And another team, or sorry, not another team, another thing that I want to point out about that track is that on a track like Trainbow, where you start in the back, you get to the front, and it's immediately just kind of GGs. There's nothing that really happens at the end a lot of the time. A track like Singapore, the last set is deadly. Like there's a lot of things that can happen to really shake up those spots, and nothing is super guaranteed, even if you're like going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, like we saw with Bree. You can get those shrooms and you can get offensive items and really kind of make a push to the front on a track like that. So it's another shout out to that track as a 6v6 track. Just gonna plug that there.
And we are coming into race 2 on DK Jungle. This is going to be GE's pick once again. Bad start for Thomas, getting bumped out before the first turn even. So has the shroom, but he's going to take cut back into a mid spot. Not really what he would have hoped for here. We do have one player very far back already. That's going to be on the side of GE.
Pretty standard 1-3 track, but we do see a pretty early bottom 2 from GE right now. Almost a bottom 3. So my question is,
for GE.
Oh, that's Serrata, that's the Pink Yoshi. I was going to ask if the pick backfired for them, but it seems not. Looks like they've pulled into a pretty early top 2 as well.
Oh, I think he might have hit Toad there, yeah. Going much slower than his teammate in that instance, and it really, once again, screws them over, and he's going to get ranked out. Losing first. Thompson's going to be up there instead with a red for protection. Serrata's still up there, and he's going to get taken out. Very good stuff from Thomas. Going to be a top 2 now for Bree.
Top 3.
Who is out, though.
Yeah, it's a top 3 coming in for Bree very early.
It's going to
maybe a top 4. Wow.
He's going to have a blue dodge. GE bottom 2. They're looking for shock here.
Yeah, it's a very tilting moment if you're GE here, trailing out your teammate and then immediately getting hit out at first. It's just unfortunate.
Shock is going to come in. It's going to be a TS on Bree. That will be a GE shock. Very good stuff from them being able to pull it. That Pink Yoshi is back up into first. That's probably going to be Serrata. LMDS up here as well. No, that's Starlo. It's still all Bree up here.
That might have been a Bree shock, honestly. It might have just been a neutral shock. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's still a ton of Bree. It's their top 3. Watch that green, and they're both going to get horned, it looks like. No, Starlo maintains a spot. And Gabriela's going to get redded in return, so this is all Bree still.
Yeah, Frank's getting trailed, but Thomas getting trailed in return.
Thomas hit off. That's going to hurt him much more than it hurts the GE members around him.
Yeah, a lot of spots shaken up, but it's still a lot of GE back here and in that mid-pack. There's a lot going on in the front. That might have been a GE member that stuck in second. Maybe 2, 3.
We'll have to see the spots here.
Yeah.
Thomas barely making over the line in time.
I don't know what happened there at the end. Yeah, 2, 4, 6
1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 11 for Bree. So good race for them. Not as good as it was looking at the start of lap 3. And yeah, my question is, whose shock was that at the end of the day?
Right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, really, really good race for Bree, but a nice salvage from GE because they were in a pretty dire situation from even the end of lap 1 there. They were kind of clawing at those spots in the front. Actually, the fact that they were able to get 2, 4, 6, 7 from that's kind of a miracle, in my opinion.
Yeah, that shot call was interesting because sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. That top 3 from Bree, it was a TS on them, but the people who dodged up and got into the front spots were also all Bree. So
I mean,
it might have been a situation where both teams had it and someone just had to spam. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
We are going to be coming to Chaco Mountain for race 3. I didn't catch who picked this track.
Probably a GE pick. Can't see this working for 1-3, honestly.
We'll go with that assumption for now. And we're going to be getting started on race 3. Very even war right now. Strata not really getting much of an opportunity to push up right now. He doesn't have an item, and he's getting drafts, but he's getting bumped around, so not much that he's able to do right this second. And missing the set again really hurts.
Yeah. Looks like it's
There's so much stuff happening, and finally, Serrata getting punished for not having an item. He's going to be back in last with very few coins now.
Bottom 2 now for GE. bottom 3. I mean, they're still maintaining a few top spots, but still, I mean, this honestly might be a better spot for them if they have a couple top spots and a few of the bottoms as well. Looks like they're pretty evenly spread, but a lot of Bree being behind that top 2 is scary, especially if someone's able to get triple reds here.
Yeah, Starlo is dangerous in this situation. He's very fast with a shroom, and he could have anything in pocket.
Yeah, I'm curious what he has. He has a green.
Green. It will take out Toad. It's going to be a 2-3
Yeah.
now for Bree.
Yeah, it's going to be a just first for Frittix right now and from GE. But this bomb could be deadly. Thomas could put in some work here. Got to be patient with it. Got to really nail that shot.
Yeah, there's not any incredible bomb snipe spots on this truck, especially not in this section. It's very curvy.
Yeah, probably on glider, but you got to keep up with him. He's going very fast right now.
Yeah, Frittix is doing an amazing job holding down the fort here. Starlo does have a red, not a second red.
It looks like after this 2-3-4 is all...
Oh, he nano snipes himself off the track!
Oh, man.
That might secure Frittix the race. LMDS gets taken out as well. Thomas left with nothing in second. Massive misplay from Starlo. We are not used to seeing that, especially from him.
Yeah. Looks like it's only
Back
second
is not going to connect.
right now.
Yeah, that is
Oh my God, that's a huge race.
7 for
That's
GE.
a huge race. Huge race for GE. Wow. Oh my God, yeah.
Wow. That is I mean, Starlo's going to be kicking himself after that one. That was
honestly
a devastating misplay. It destroyed their entire 2-3-4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not expecting that nano snipe.
That is a situation where you need to mental reset as fast as possible. Try to move on, but he's gonna be thinking about that one.
What I think that we saw after the glider, LMDS was getting redded, and I'm pretty sure his defense got ghosted or something, and I think that's why he got hit there.
Yeah, he had protection, and it did not protect him, so he must have gotten ghosted right at the wrong time.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
Really completely devastating for Bree there. We are not used to seeing misplays like that from them.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of nerves coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, time will tell. Like, are we just taking it easy on the other team, or like was that like a genuine mistake? It's hard to tell.
We're gonna be coming into PPS for the next race. Going to be another GE track pick.
Mm-hmm.
No inwards to deal with, at least in the front. I don't think there's any in the room, so
LMDS.
Playing field for everyone. Oh yeah, LMDS, of course.
I think he's the only one for them. I don't see any other ones.
Yeah, and he's starting in last, so he has the coin advantage, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Strata doing a good job to stay on the track there. The bumps were getting scary. But once again, he's kind of going to be stuck in the back without much of an opportunity to catch up. People die around him. He gets up to 6th. And he has 2 shrooms, so the cut will do good things for him. But he hasn't been in amazing positions to get up to the front early so far this war.
Yeah. Looks like Bree has broken into a pretty early top 2, maybe a top 2-5. But these shrooms for
nice
GE,
horn avoidance. Unfortunately, he's going to hit his teammate still. And another horn!
Wow. That's super deadly.
Bree getting everything they need in that situation. They're going to maintain first. Starlo taking revenge for last race, holding down the fort.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's a lot of Bree in the front now, so GE's definitely going to be looking to get shock here. Yeah, bomb coming in from Bree. It's going to be a pretty broken top 4 for Bree right now.
It's felt to me like Bree has been doing a better job of getting into these top spots so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, I mean, GE is taking them back over at the end consistently, too.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty running for a lot of these races, and then GE just ending up in those top spots at the end.
Yeah. Blue is out, and, well, Bree already used 2 horns earlier, so will they have the ability to dodge it?
Perhaps. Oh, they did. They had another horn.
He's a bit far away.
Yeah.
And that line fail is going to be super costly. Frittix takes his place, but he could have been a lot closer.
Yeah. This is going to be a pretty gone top 4 unless GE pulls it. Even still, I don't know.
We have one person very far back. It'll be very important if they do pull shock here. Get him before cut. Thomas has a bomb. He could drop it right after cut. I think he probably will. Yeah, he's going to slow and back the bomb. It is gonna not connect. Good avoidance, but it's still gonna be a top 4 for Bree here.
Bomb does not connect. Interesting, but yeah. Huge race for Bree.
Not able to pull it. Very, very good stuff from Bree. That was their first truly great race this war.
Mm-hmm. Great response from a great response. My God, I can't even talk. Great response from Bree to GE's huge last race. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, 100%. And their huge start to the war so far. We are not used to seeing Bree down at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, GE has already taken a game off them this season. So GE is a team that puts them in positions that they're not used to being in. Could be playing into that nerves aspect.
Yeah. I mean, this we do have a match going on right now. Like this is anybody's game.
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we do have a bit of a match going on.
Detrimental track pick for if you're a GE fan here. This is not what you want to see.
Conversely, if you're a Bree fan, this is exactly what you want to see. Starting in top 4 here. This is kind of a track where you don't care about like 3-4. You care about first holding first. And with that buffer behind him, he will be holding first on this track. Thomas is probably going to play very aggressive at this first set. He's auto trailing. He's going to take out the pink Yoshi. Could be from either team. There's one on both sides.
So Red could take out Thomas here. Yeah.
And yeah, he is sacrificing his own spot, but I mean, Bree's still in the front. Everything worked out to plan there. They're going to be back in last for the time being. Needs to up his coin count, and he has a bit of distance, so he might even opt to stay back. Try to pull a shock.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, those spots are shaking up pretty much in the front. Looks like there might have been an early top 2, maybe a 1-3 for GE. Hard to say. That pack is really close in the front.
Yeah, and Thomas is going to stop here.
GE is, yeah.
Yeah, mixed shock spots right now.
Looks like maybe 3 of bottom 4 for GE. Predicts having triple greens and last is interesting.
Strata back here as well. He only has shrooms. Going to chain and get another 2 single shrooms. The pack is very tight here.
Yeah, not at shock distance or star distance at all. Fire coming back, only hitting his teammate from Bree.
The pack is still so tight, though. It is more GE back there, though.
He's shrooming into a red here. Could be deadly. Yeah, the top 2-4 right now for Bree.
Very important pull. It is going to be a Rang. That could do work. And it's going to take out Starlow. Getting Rang in the return, though. Yuki's in 2. The back is going to hit both of them. Getting hit again in return. And one more time, but he's done his job.
Yeah. Getting his double screen this deadly.
Second getting taken out from GE. That's still a lot of Bree up there.
Oh my God! All the fire going
once again
right through him.
Finally connecting. Tom's up here. Toad is up here. I think that's going to be a top 2-4-5 from GE or from Bree. I mean.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe a 1-4-5. Yeah.
Yeah, 1-4-5. Toad and Frittix up there from GE, but very strong race from Bree once again.
Yeah, huge race from Bree for sure. That was a bottom 3 from GE, so that hurts quite a bit.
Yeah, RWS doing its job for them.
True.
First, holding down the fort, maintaining that run, and even though GE was able to take some spots, that 2-3 in the end, still gonna be a winning race for Bree as they would have wanted.
I'm really glad that we got to see that Rang POV from Serrata because that was crazy to watch. I mean, Serrata that was like a 1 versus 3, honestly, and Serrata hit like all of them
multiple times too.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though Serrata died after making that play, I think that was the opening that his teammates needed to get into that 2-3 at the end of the race.
Yeah, definitely. Great response from GE there on that lap 3, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
And we are going to get the Trainbow pick for GE. So could be a good response for them depending on how the drafts play out at the beginning. I do like them picking this track, having the 2-3, because this track used to be like a bottom 6 track, but now with the smart steering strat at the beginning, it's a little bit less bottom spot favored than it used to be. So having a bit of spots in the front is going to help them here, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thomas somehow missing the box. I don't know how he even did that on Teddy.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But it is going to be a top 2 now. Thomas getting drafted on. He's losing all of these spots as expected on the track like this.
Yeah, drafting all the way up.
Yeah, he's back in second with a different person in first now.
Yeah.
Yuki's up here. He's going to lose some time. Popov is up here. LMDS taken out. Thomas taken out.
Yeah, Yuki was
everybody's taken out.
Trail. He died.
And pack is so tight.
Mm-hmm. Typical Trainbow race, honestly. Barely having these greens could be deadly. This could put in a lot of work for Bree. Where did that red come from? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then Thomas all the way in the back with 2 coins.
And these spots are still mixing up all the time. It's way more GE back here, though.
Oh, yeah. It's an A bottom 3 right now for GE.
Yeah, a bit of a backfire for them. It looks like they're in 2-3, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas with a ghost. He still has no coins, but he takes out Friddix.
This is like almost a bottom 4 for GE, but yeah, a lot of spots getting fun for Bree. Looks like GE might only be second right now.
Big backfire from them. Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9 for Bree. Mm-hmm. Very, very good stuff from them. Able to keep those top spots on a track like Trainbow. And I think that goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the race about the smart steering strap making it not really a bottom spot track anymore.
Right. Yeah, it's not super strong for that anymore. Just because people found out a way to combat that, right? Like having that strat really kind of breaks away like the big draft portion of that track.
Yeah. Yeah, so the bottom spots obviously still have the coin advantage. Coins are still very hard to come by on Trainbow, but I mean, we saw it there. Bree was just holding on the top spots, even though they were driving slower because of the coin count. Like they did what they had to do. Bit of a mixed track pick coming in. I like both of these options for Bree actually.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say it was probably LNDS that got first this race if they're picking Water Park.
Yeah, safe assumption. It is going to be Water Park. And this war is so close. It is a 2-point game right now.
Yep. 10-point game, actually. Yeah, that was
10
from last race.
2 points before last race. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Surprised that wasn't a bigger race for Bree, honestly. I expected more than a plus 12. Massive. Yeah.
Thomas getting the shroom. He's going to use it right away, but getting bumped, so he doesn't really gain much from it. Yeah, back into 8th.
Draft could be really good, yeah.
Not getting a box here, though. And no one really has any aggressive items right now, at least not in the mid-pack.
Yeah. Thomas with a decent amount of coins here could really help. I think that's still, obviously, a lot of Bree in the front. Might be a top 3-6 for them. Looks like Yuki and Sarada are going to want to put in some work to really get them out here. Green coming up, that could connect.
These greens are coming up.
Ooh, that's scary, yeah. Looks like something happened to Yuki. Yuki's just gone. Or Sarada, I mean.
Yuki's up there, but it's only Yuki up there. Nice back.
Jeez.
Gonna get ready to return, though.
I think that was probably worth it.
I think it was, too, yeah.
Yeah. Looks like that's LMDS and Verizon. He's just gone.
Yeah, Bree's going to have everything still. Plant not going to connect, not lasting quite long enough, but it's still so much Bree up here. It's just Yuki and Toad.
Yep.
Going into start early, he might be trying to predict a shock or something, or just staying safe. Shock is not going to come in.
Yeah, Toad getting, Yuki getting taken out. So Toad's the only one up here for GE with a lot of Bree still.
Yuki getting taken out.
Yeah, top 2, 4, 5 right now for Bree.
Watch out for the fire. Toad needs to maintain the spot if GE wants anything this race.
Bomb could be really bad. You want to maybe take out Toad here? Yep.
Oh my god!
Oh, nope, doesn't connect.
That should have connected. Oh, yes, getting taken out.
Okay. That snipe from Thomas at the end was huge.
Top 4 after that. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was nasty, dude. What the hell?
That was crazy. Like, dude, just let Toad have his Indies, man. Like, come on. He's the only one up there.
Oh my god.
That was wild.
That was ridiculous. That ending was sick.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. It looks
And
like
now,
Brie has gained about 50 points in the last GP on GE. That's a massive turnaround, honestly, with GE being up almost 40 like they were in the first like 3 races.
yeah, Bree's doing their thing at this point in the war.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
puts GE with their backs against the wall, which is a phrase that we like to say a lot with these wars against Bree. They are good at putting teams' backs against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that with a team like Bree, GE kind of has 1 or 2 more races to turn this around. Otherwise, this first war is just going to slip out of their hands.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know about this Peach Gardens pick. Peach Gardens is not a track that I really enjoy. So I'm curious to see if GE can first of all change my mind and second of all, do good on it. I'm curious what they do.
Yeah. They're opting to send a lot of people forward, actually. They have pretty much everybody on their team running. I think that's top 4 from them.
I like that. I think I like that. Picking a track like this to throw the other team off and then sending all your team to run is a good strat, in my opinion.
Yeah. There's going to be now a 3-4 for Bree, though. With the double reds and fourths from Thomas and a red from Starlo.
Yeah.
Getting dangerous for GE. Yuki does have the ring, though. He could theoretically avoid all 3 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does have 1 more. Rank throw, I mean.
Yep.
So he's going to dodge all 3 reds. Good stuff from him. Lucky pull. Guy leader is going to get blued, but GE still will hold down the fort.
It still looks like Bree's definitely like pushing their back against the wall yet again. With all these offensive items and only being top 2 for GE is pretty bad.
Yeah, Thomas could hit the bomb snipe here for sure. He's going to go for it. And will connect. Very good.
Wow, good play.
First gone from GE, but it's now all Bree behind them.
Probably doesn't have another blue dodge. If he does, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, that would be very lucky for him if he had a horn right now.
Just like that, Serrata's up here now, so it's a 1-3-4, 2-3-4 now for GE.
And Serrata's in the best place in the room right now, having a shroom in second, 2 shrooms in second. Without a shock, he just wins.
Yeah, and you wanna get that red off here, but I'm not sure what happened to Frittix there.
He is going to use both of his shrooms, though. He wants to take out Thomas. We'll see if that play works out for him.
Thought that green would connect.
That green bounce would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have been insane. Red coming in, so he can't throw his red to get rid of his horn.
Serrata has nothing now.
Serrata has a shroom, but the horn at first, you need to get that out if you want to take cut.
Yeah, he's got to go for a snipe here.
Mm-hmm.
That almost connected. That would have been so good.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
Yeah, Thomas is very dangerous in this situation, holding the horn still. He's going to stop on cut, go wide. He's going to take out both of them.
Oh my god. Wow. What a patient play with that horn. That was huge. That was huge. Yeah, it's going to be a top 2 for Bree. Top 2-4, I think.
That horn was sick.
Wow, dude.
That horn was so good from Thomas.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, imagine if you hopped into cut and immediately used it. Like, that would have been an awful play because you're getting rid of your defense and letting the other team shroom up. It was really good that he waited with that and he was able to actually hit 2 GE members there after cut.
Yeah. I think that a lesser player in that situation would have just horned at the end of cut. His patience in that situation is just incredible. That play was amazing.
I think we need to put like a horn counter for Bree at the top of the stream because I mean that PPS race was easily 3, maybe even 4 horns that they had.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, GE track pick not working out for him. So this war is getting away from them. They're down 44 now after 9.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they've shown they can do it in the first 3 races. They got up about 40. They can probably do it again, but it's looking a little dire if you're a GE fan right now because Bree's definitely really kind of putting their hands around their throats and pushing them back against the wall because this is definitely getting away from GE, like you said.
Yeah, I would definitely call this. Sorry, not after 9. Going into race 9, they're down 44.
Mm-hmm.
I would call this GE's last chance at this point in the war.
Yeah, definitely.
Thomas playing a shroom in second. He's using it right away just to get a bit of a lead going. LMDS stays in first as well. Believe that red Yoshi is going to be Bree as well. The green Yoshi, Yuki taking him out off the track. Good play from Yuki.
Yeah, that's pretty big for them. Looks like Yuki might have been taken out in return or another GE member. And looking at the map, it might be
3.
Yeah, top 3 for Brie right now, I think.
Serrata with the Ghost. It's going to be interesting to see whether he chooses to hold this. He is going to hold it. So he's banking on his teammates pulling shock for him, which I think is a good play. No, he's trying to steal the
He's
star
not,
instead.
yeah. Backfires with that. It's the back. Wow.
Yeah, very good back. I think that he's in a worse position than he was 10 seconds ago, though. Not
Yeah,
fully working out
unfortunately.
for him. Yuki getting
God.
taken out.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
He would have
Serrata's
avoided
kind of
that
left
bomb.
with aggressive items only around his teammate. At least the red is going to connect.
Yeah. Red maybe doesn't connect on Starlow, but he's going slow now. Might have had to wall dodge it. Gonna have another red here in 6. That could be good. But yeah, you need to break down that top 2 if you're GE right now.
Yeah. Starlow has triple shrooms, so that red is going to
Could
connect.
not wall dodge it, so it was a 3-4-5 right now for GE. Triple reds, but you wanna have these higher up.
Yeah, Toad can't really get behind him without sacrificing a ton of time. Too much time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And Yuki's right behind him as well, so he might just need to get rid of these, unfortunately.
I don't know. I think the misplay was just holding them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had to get rid of those.
Yeah.
Getting build in return. Losing all the shots at the end. It's going to be a top 2 for Brie. And yeah, this might be nail in the coffin already. Not mathematically, of course, but
yeah.
The momentum might be too much for GE to overcome at this point. It's going to be, I don't know. I might stand corrected. That's a losing race for Brie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that bottom 3 for Brie is deadly. I mean, that top 3 is really good too, but you know, I really want to talk about that triple red play because when you saw your teammate behind you and there's 2 of your teammates in front of you, you just want to back it in a way that's not going to hurt your teammates because you can't do anything with it anyways. You can't make a play and try and back them, especially at that point in the race. Like you just want to get rid of them. So
yeah,
I don't know, him getting billed with the triple reds and then trailing his teammate while he was holding the reds, it was just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
they could have won that race by a lot more for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is going to be a +2 race for GE. It keeps them in the war, but I think they could have done a lot better there.
Yeah, I agree.
And they are going to get their track pick once again. We're going to go to New York here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of this track. We'll see if GE can make it work. I know you are a fan of this track.
I am, yeah. I think this is really good for 3-4-5. You can pull shrooms here and immediately get into that front if you were able to get a box in the first set.
Well, my beef with the track and what I think might bite Brie later on, or bite GE, is the section after last set.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it works out for him.
I know for a fact that someone like Gableader is very, very comfortable on this track.
Tom's getting taken out. He's going to opt to almost bag, but he's going to shroom up right away instead. Just a moment of indecision.
Yeah, Brie playing super aggressive per usual. You really want to make sure that you can get GE in all those bottom spots because that's you can't have them in the front if you're wanting to hold your lead.
No. GE is just going to barrel through set, which tells me they don't want shock here. Thomas is going to opt to stop.
Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of GE dying. It's a lot of Brie in the front right now. GE just can't break into those top spots because Brie's just being way too powerful right now.
Yeah, Thomas trolling. I think GE would have wanted to go for shock at this point. Top 2 is so far gone.
Yeah, look at that top 2. That's insane. At this point, if you're GE, you just want everything.
Shock is going to come in. And that's going to be a GE shock. That's exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah,
Thomas is getting set, and it's going to be triple shroom star. Good pull for him. It's going to save his race.
Mm-hmm. You want to land this horn.
This horn is going to connect, so Serrata's up in first. Gableader's somewhere up here. He might be second. I think
he's in second. He's in second. Yeah, it's a top 2 right now for GE, but is that it?
Yeah, 3 for 3. I'm not sure what the spots are outside of that top 2.
I think it might be a top 2-5. Top 2-5-6 maybe. Oh,
top 2-5-6-7-8 for GE. We have a war.
Holy crap. Yeah. That's a bottom 4 for Brie. Okay. So yeah, I mean GE can still do this, but yeah, that shot call was like kind of perfect. Especially with the shroom horn. Jeez.
This one's going to be very, very close with 2 left.
I mean, it's crazy. Like,
it's still going to be up.
Yeah, like just as I said it, like I was like, yeah, I mean, if you're GE, you just want to go for everything after top two at this point. And the fact that they were able to pull a shock and break out that top two, like that was insane.
Yeah. I mean, you all saw the mini map. Like that top two was so gone. I've never seen a breakaway that huge on New York Minute. And the fact that GE was able to take them out is extremely impressive.
Yeah. So we have 2 races left, and GE's down 18. Bree, if they want to win this, they gotta be, group running everything, maybe having a couple of people in the back for shock. I mean, that's obvious, but I don't know. I mean, they've been playing really great this war. So if they want to win, they just need to kind of dismantle those GE spots like they have been.
We are going to be going to Twisted Mansion. Reminder: Bree can win this race if they win the race by 22 or more. They will win this war.
But yeah, that New York Minute race was definitely exactly what GE needed if they wanted to stay in the war.
Yeah,
and it's such a huge advantage to win the first war, especially because you get to break down that mental from the other team, and kind of really have them scrambling to like definitely force it to a third war.
yeah, Serrata, sorry for the traffic noise. Good lines from Serrata, but of course it is TM, so he's going to get passed by a billion people.
Yeah. Really don't want to try your teammate here. Red coming in, that's going to hit pop off. Can't wall dodge it on that straight there. Oh, okay.
All right. Nana Snipe, yeah, you got to go for it. He's going to connect. Getting fired in return, but I mean, that was worth it. That opening for the Nana Snipe was right there. He's
okay.
Going to get hit by the axe.
We're not going to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a lot of
things are happening.
A lot of panic plays going on from Bree right now. They're not comfortable. You can tell they're not comfortable.
Yeah, hitting the bomb snipe and hitting himself in return. Neither team is playing comfortable right now.
There's a lot of desperation plays from each team because Bree, they don't expect to be up this little going into race 11, right? And GE especially, they really want to win this war, and they just came off a good race, so they want to do what they can. Shock coming in. I don't know whose shock that is though.
Yeah, I didn't see who was dodging that. Looks like GE, maybe.
Yeah, that might have been a GE shock. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that was Serrata coming out of the bill, so I think that was a GE shock. It's going to be the other Pink Yoshi in first, though, so at least for now, Bree will maintain first. We'll see what happens after the cut. Yeah, Starlo and Popoff forced to go around. And Serrata in first with a Rang now, using the Shroom, going for the back, not going to connect. And he's going to get taken out by Starlo. It's top 3 for Bree, top 3, 6.
Wow, yeah, that Serrata needed to stay alive, honestly. There's a lot of GE in the back right now. This could be the
end of the war.
Yeah.
They maintain the top 2 here for sure. It's looking like top 3. Reminder, they need plus 22 to mathematically secure it. I think they might have just gotten it.
That's a top 4 for Bree, yeah.
Top 4, 10, 11. If the war isn't over, it's extremely close. Bree, we'll see what the score is. I think that might be it.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's definitely very close to being it.
Wait for the spots to come in here. Just to be certain.
So yeah, that was a GE shot. We're getting confirmation in the chat.
Either way, if Bree has not already mathematically won this war, it is extremely unlikely, and it's a plus 38 for Bree. So I mean, technically top 6. I don't think that GE is going to do it. I'm willing to call this war for Bree. So very strong race from them in response to the good race from GE previously.
Yeah,
on New York.
It's like a GE is picking Sky Garden to take that away from Bree, as we know that's one of their strongest tracks.
Yeah, so the fact that they're picking Sky Garden race 12 tells me that they are playing with the repick rule. They wouldn't be picking this track otherwise.
Yeah.
But it is going to be Koopa Cape for race 12. And I think that Bree can probably play in such a way that they guarantee themselves at least one top spot here. I would say it's pretty much impossible for GE to win. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. It's not impossible, but very unlikely, right? So.
Virtually impossible. It would take a miracle for GE.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Someone in
going
the
reds
chat
for a
is
second.
saying that
Strata.
someone in the chat is saying that the score's wrong, so it's a plus 50 for Bree right now, not plus 38.
Well, if that's the case, then that would already be a win for Bree. I'm not confident on whose version of the score is right, so I mean, I guess for now we'll assume it's a plus 38.
Right.
Just to give us something to cast here, but it could very well be a plus 50.
Right. Well, anyways, one of my favorite tracks in the game. In fact, maybe my favorite track in the game. So I'm always excited to see some Coupe Cave action. Unfortunately, it's not really when it matters.
Yeah, it is a top 2 for GE right now, so playing for a bit of pride. My God, can you imagine if GE does get the top 6 and they actually were down 50?
Oh my God, yeah.
That would be very sad.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Strata in a very good spot here. He has a bill in 8th. Getting taken out though, he's forced to use it. Star in pocket, good pull.
I mean, I would use my bill there anyways, probably, but it sucks.
Yeah, just losing some coins before he can.
Yeah.
Star in 5th now. He's in the best spot in the room.
If he doesn't get back, that is.
And he doesn't. At least not yet.
Yeah, LMDS holding this nana for dear life.
Oh, the line fail! The one thing that could have killed him, it is going to take him out. He's still taking cut in 5th, so not a horrible spot. And triple reds behind Valor. Yuki's up here. He's forced to hold the reds because Yuki's star was ending. And now the reds come out against Valor. Will connect.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enough. It's a 2-3 for Bree right now. And the bomb at the end and the green. Even if it was minus 38, this would be a Bree win on War 1.
Yep. Very, very good performance from Bree. Very nice response from GE's early lead as well.
Yeah, you cannot complain about Bree's performance that war. They got a lot of item pulls, but they used every single item they got to the most of their ability. That was kind of a masterclass in the second half of that war. So yeah, it is going to be, I'm not confident on saying the exact score, but it is going to be a win for Bree in War 1. We are going to be back. I think our host is going to restart the stream, try to get it in better quality for you guys, but we'll be back for War 2 at 0-0. I hope to see all you guys there. All right. Hello again, everybody. Sorry for the bit of a delay on that, but welcome back to Division 1 Finals. We are going to have match 2 coming up. For those who might have missed match 1, Bree leads Gungnir 1-0. Could end it all right here. Could go to a match 3. I'm very excited. I'm still Jacob. I'm still joined by Myles. What's going on?
MKU. Excited, man. Yeah. This is definitely Bree's series to lose now. GE,
as it so often is.
True. GE was off to a very early lead. Very impressive start, honestly, on some of their best tracks. And also, I think they took a race off of one of Bree's best tracks as well. So I'm excited to see if GE is able to do that again, and if they're able to actually hold it all the way through this time. It's unlikely, obviously, because Bree is a team that really is able to shift the momentum, really, is able to pull offensive items very often, right, as we saw in the last war. But they're able to really kind of work as a unit and use those items to really benefit their race. And I think it's really interesting to see how Bree does that compared to GE, because GE, it seems like they pull the offensive items and they know how to hit the other team when it's obvious, but Bree knows how to do it and really kind of take advantage of every situation. So
yeah,
with that said,
we are coming into race 1.
Yep, coming into Athens Antique.
Another track that I know you're a fan of. I'm partial to it as well, more so than something like New York.
I do like this track. It's fun to drive. This is more of a skillish track. Is Thomas ahead a little bit, maybe? Not too sure. Yeah, anyways, Thomas is definitely ahead right now as he's in first. Going to be a top 2 early for Bree.
Very good Nisk for him. Thomas is subbed in for GE. We're going to have an inward on each side now. I wonder who he subbed out. We didn't get an updated lineup card, so I'm not sure.
Thomas trying to get the trail on Thomas here.
True, you have Thomas on both sides now.
Yeah, and now Thomas with a trail.
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas has to watch out for that.
Interesting. Yeah.
So Thomas is gonna be left without protection here, as Thomas is still behind. We are getting some lag on our preview. Let me know in the chat if you guys are seeing lag on the final stream as well.
Oh,
not too sure about that.
Backman's defense
taken out right before Blue comes out, and Shock comes out to dodge it. That explains that play.
Toad dodging is in like first. It's gonna be a top 3 right now for GE.
Yeah, obvious GE Shock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Back is still super close. Everything after first though.
Yeah, Thomas is screwed at this point. He has a good pull, but he's in last with very few coins. Everybody getting taken out. Everyone from Bree getting taken out.
Yeah.
So this is looking very strong. Bottom 4 for Bree.
This is almost a bottom 5 for Bree.
them. This is an extremely strong start for GE here.
Yeah, huge race for them. I mean, I see why they picked it, you know? Yeah, wow. Top 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 for GE to start.
Yeah, can't ask for much better than that. And I'm seeing in the chat we do have some issues on the final stream as well, so we're gonna try to get those resolved for you guys. Yeah. But in the meantime, we are gonna have GE trying to go for Hyrule to capitalize on those top spots, and Bree going for their classic Sky Garden pick.
Yep. Didn't get in the last war. Wanted to pull it out this war.
And Valor decides that he wants to play Dolphin Trolls instead, as Valor often does.
And Scartex too.
True.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Motion on as much as Valor, a track like Dolphin is very, very beneficial.
But we will be going to Sky Garden, so Bree has a bit of a reputation to uphold on this track. We'll see, 1, if they win the track, and 2, how much they win the track by. So I'm interested to see what strategy they choose to go with here, whether it's going to be all run or if they're going to send people back from the beginning. It looks like all 12 players are going to be running to start us off. An extremely tight pack still. Thomas pulling a Shroom up into first. He's going to be able to break away. Never mind, getting green sniped. Nice job picking up that double, ending his MT early, but he's going to get bombed in return.
Oh, wow. Huge bomb.
Yeah, and without any shrooms, he's going to be forced into last. He's definitely hitting this bomb snipe. He's going for it at least. And yeah, of course it hits.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how he intended that to happen, for sure. But he is going to be back here without amazing items. Yeah, pulling blue. He's going to have to hold it for his mate. Getting starred. So he has 1 shroom for the cut, but after that, he's going to be in a really sitting duck kind of position, holding blue in 8th. Starlo with the bill in 8th. And yeah, Thomas is really screwed this race as an individual. He's helping his teammates maintain first, though, so he can't really ask for much more than that.
True. That might be like
he's going to chain blue here,
3
pulling Shroom, so maybe he can gain something at the end.
That
triple nano pull is very good, actually. Pulling up into 7th after all that, 8th.
Might be a top 4 for Bree, I'm not too sure. Yeah, top 3.
Yeah, top 3, 7, 8, 10 for them, undoing almost all the damage from that race 1. Very good stuff on their strongest track.
I mean, yeah, when you're playing Bree on a track like Sky Garden, you kind of just gotta like pit the loss, you know? Because I mean, like you said, they have a reputation to uphold, and they did a little bit more than uphold it, right? So
yeah,
good stuff from them.
And I think we might be restarting stream soon here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping to get confirmation on that before we actually do it, but we're trying to get the quality issues sorted out for you guys. Don't worry. Bree going to be going for TikTok Clock and then Weibo from the side of GE. That's another track that I like.
Me too. And I like that pick from GE as well.
I like it most of the time, but I think against Bree is a team that is going to be able to take full advantage of every single back spot on a track like Levo.
Yeah, that's
in a way that many teams don't.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ton of positions on this track where you have a really clear shot at the people behind you
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of people don't know how to take advantage of, and I'm very confident that Bree does know how to take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we are getting into it. I think that if GE can get a front run going early, then they mitigate a lot of those problems. So we'll see if they can do it.
Right.
Thomas getting bumped around. He's not going to be able to pull up into a top spot early. 2 shrooms. Yeah, not what he needs to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Bree does hold down the fort in first. Skartax with a trail. Got to watch out for his mate there. And Thomas is going to get hit.
Yep, streaming right into a trail, unfortunately. Yeah. Whoever was in the front for Bree just spun out. Okay, maybe it was just lag.
Yeah, that orange Birdo is going to be on the side of Bree, and they are holding down the fort. Thomas stuck with 0 coins in 11th. He's in a very rough spot. He's going for shock.
Yeah,
right
Starlo is too. And looks like Skartax is back here as well. Yeah, it's pretty early bottom 3 for Bree. But
see, G has taken over first as blue comes out though, so Bree was holding it.
Yeah. Can't dodge it.
Instant bill spam tells me that Bree does not have shock yet. They're going for it hard though.
Yeah. Takes some
Bill's
after set,
unfortunately.
Past, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Plymouth started 7th. That's a really good pull for Thomas.
Yeah.
If his teammates do pull shock, it might come at the end of his star here if they have it.
Able to hit Toad with this triple green. A pretty huge hit.
The shock does not come in, so nobody has it yet. Pulling another star though. These pulls are crazy for Thomas right now.
Yeah, if you're Thomas, you want to leave GE in the back. You want to take away their coins as much as you can when you're in the back, just to mitigate whatever they can make up if they do pull shock. Shock coming in.
Come in. He was changing that into set. I think it's a Bree shock. A second shock comes in.
Nice.
I think both of those are going to be from Bree.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Skartax and Thomas going to dodge both of them. And the bill takes him the wrong side. But he's up into second with the ghost either way. LDS is going to be first. Gabulator takes over second. He has a ring. Triple shrooms in third. It's 2-4-5 for GE right now. They have the ability to take out Thomas here once his ghost ends.
Mm-hmm.
But the fire from Thomas could do work. It's going to not connect yet, but the red will.
Wow.
Top 2 for Bree.
Top 3. Oh my gosh. Huge shock pulls and huge shock usage from GE as well, or from Bree as well.
And another shock? Are you joking? That, I believe, is going to be a 3-shock race for Bree.
It was, yep. Yeah, that was another Bree shock as one of them passed them on the line.
Yeah. That last shock was used right as the top 3 was safe. That is just dirty, man.
So we did get confirmation that we will be restarting the stream. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now.
Yeah. Goodbye. Anyway.
Oh, dude, that back was crazy. You guys should have seen that. I assume. Okay, cool. So on my side, I have an ad for right now.
Okay. So we're good on the Discord stream now. Shock has just come in for dodging Thomas on lap 1 though, so it's not going to matter at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, getting a lay of the land here. It looks like we're going to have GE far gone in top 2 with one member of Bree pulling up the rear in third. But yeah, the spots are about as mixed as you would think on Cheeseland. Not much in terms of front presence.
Yeah, it looks like there's a top 2 right now for GE. If the shock comes in, and blue is out for GE as well.
So it looks like Bree has taken control of this race. Our Discord stream is frozen. Hopefully your guys' stream isn't frozen too.
It's frozen on the stream, on this Twitch stream as well. Yeah. Shoot. Well, I'm assuming that this is a good race right now for Bree.
Yeah. I don't know if we can be heard right now. If I can get confirmation in the chat whether we're being heard right now, that would be good. Yeah, just some technical difficulties. Hopefully they sort themselves out. You can hear, but you can't see, right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, me neither.
Wonder if that was Thomas's stream that messed up. Not too
I
sure.
don't know. Yeah, I see on the preview like our Discord icons lighting up correctly. So I think that's Thomas's stream that's messed up, not not the cast. So if we can switch to the Serrata POV, I think that would probably help. Hopefully that's something we can do. How's everyone doing?
I'm gonna pull up Toad's Twitch. Okay, so GE is down 26 right now, and they are on TikTok clock.
All right.
That's where we're at.
Again, big apologies, guys. This is unfortunately a POV issue, so not much we can do to fix it. Hopefully we can get a secondary POV in there. We got something. I'm not sure. It sounds like it might be the stream host PC that's not able to handle streaming at this quality, unfortunately. So we might have to, unfortunately, go back to the lower quality for the end of this stream if it comes to that. Hopefully we can get something loaded, though. It looks like, I mean, the browser is trying to load the stream right now. Oh, good. We got lap 2 at Cheeseland again.
Well, we know what happens this race.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was gonna say, you know what happened that race?
Yeah, no. Well, I'm looking at a Toad stream. It looks like a pretty dominant race going on right now with GE. Yeah, it looks like they might be around top 35 right now on TikTok clock.
Yeah, if we can get the play-by-play just audio, that would be good.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's a top 3-6 right now for GE. Yeah, top 3, 6, 7, 11 for GE on TTC. So they're still down a little bit, but I think it might be within single digits.
We do have a Discord POV, so we're just going to cast like we're live. Hopefully you guys are seeing the stream right now. We are on MKS. Not sure what race we're on or what the score is, but we are back, hopefully. Going to lap 2, we see Serrata has the motion on at all times on this track.
Yippee!
Okay, coming into lap 3, not even sure what the positions are right now. We see Bree taking a blue. It's actually going to be a top 2 for GE.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of GE in the front, actually. I see a lot of green Yoshis.
We'll see what we come into race. We'll get a lay of the land as far as the scores are concerned. There's going to be a top 2, 4, 5, 8 last for GE. Last kind of hurts, but this is actually a very mixed war spots-wise overall. So the war should be very close. And again, I'm not sure what race that was even. So
that was race 7.
We're getting back into it. Okay, after race 7, war is very close. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. So we're going into race 8 now.
Cool. Perfect. So we are going to have GE going for the Cloud Top Cruise pick, which is interesting when you don't have an advantage in terms of Yoshi bike players. That's a track that's very bad for inward because of the super bounce at lap 1. But it doesn't matter. We are going to be going to Amsterdam for race 8.
Honestly, Cloud Top isn't really an anti-inward map, I would say. Just at the beginning is the only part that it depends. Like if you have an inward starting in first and you're in second, right? Like that's pretty much the only time that you would pick it, because there's other tracks in the game now that are better for countering inwards, like Gorge, DK Mountain, probably even DK Summit, like just tracks like that.
Yeah. Coming to this race, Serrata is going to be pulling a Shroom for a set. He's pretty far back in last already, though. And some people from both teams getting taken out, it looks like. Skartak's getting taken out. He's going for the strat. Does he get it? I don't think I've ever seen someone actually do that online. That was cool.
Yeah. He did land it. That was sick. Oh my god. Yeah. That was crazy. He did. Stream saw it for sure. Yeah. That was insane. So yeah, Serrata's, up there in first, I think. Yeah, we do see Thomas's POV. Thomas stopping in 8th, which isn't something that we really see from Thomas super often. Makes you wonder how many Bree we have back there now. Looks like it's probably even now.
Yeah, even spots all around, it looks like. We have GE in first. There's a lot of Bree behind him. I think Thomas is going to be the Daisy. GE Thomas. So yeah, it's a 1-3 for Gungnir here. Double reds in second. Oh, yeah, top 3. Sorry, this is Serrata's POV.
Yeah.
Going for the back's tight. I'm not sure whether they connected, but that was a good play to go for. The shock is going to come in. I'm assuming that's a Bree shock.
Yeah,
but no one really dodged it.
It's gonna get their top 4 after set, though. It's gonna be kind of deadly. We'll have to see if that really matters. We don't see any Bree coming up. Okay, there's Thomas right there. So here comes Thomas. Thomas is the only one that's up here, and he has triple nanas.
And Serrata gonna get taken out.
Wow, Serrata being sent all the way back down to 10th. Crazy. Yeah, that's a 2-3-4 for Bree. Nice response from them. Yeah, bottom 4 for GE.
See, I think that Bree should retake the lead with that, but this is still a really close war.
So yeah, at this point, I'm curious what they're going to be picking. We don't have a whole lot left, right? So yeah, GE going Mario Circuit 8 and Bree going Dolphin Shoals. Pretty standard picks if you're in 2017. But we're in 2024, 7 years later. So here we go to Mario Circuit 8.
Okay, so we definitely have the wrong POV for our view of this stream. We're looking at Serrata's POV only.
Oh, okay.
So what we're seeing is not what the rest of you guys are seeing. Again, apologies for all these technical difficulties.
Okay.
So, I mean, we can let you guys know what Serrata's up to. Serrata has a Shroom at 9th. Start us off. Okay, now we have both POVs. We should be able to see. Thomas is the one that you guys are actually seeing, correct?
Yeah.
So, Thomas is going to be a 9th with a Shroom. We should be all sorted now. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Perfect. You guys have Thomas. We have Thomas. We are back in it, everybody. Thomas is up into second with nothing. Ferdix is going to be first. And he could go for a bomb snipe here. Yeah, he's going to go for it immediately. It's going a little bit too far left, so Ferdix is going to be able to avoid. And it's going to be GE Thomas up here as well. So our POV, Thomas left with nothing, pulling the green and connecting right away. No, finally does, though. Very laggy situation, interaction there. He's going to get redded in return. So it's going to be a top 3 for for GE here. Toad having Shrooms to get a breakaway. And Thomas, the bomb coming in and the shock.
Oh my god.
So much happening right here.
Yeah.
That's going to be a Bree shock on lap 2.
Yeah, definitely a Bree shock. See 2 of Bree dodging very high up in 2-3. Blue coming in, and the orange Birdo Valor has a dodge for it, obviously.
That was a really good shock usage for Bree there.
Yeah, totally.
Red's going to come in, and he's not going to be able to wall dodge, so Thomas is in a bit of a rough situation. Not really any coins. He needs to pull a bunch of shrooms. He's going to get them. Okay, the coin count could bite him there. We switched to Serrata here. He does have a lot of shrooms in a high spot with 10 coins. He's in a good spot to do well on this race. Gabalier getting taken out, though. Everybody getting taken out. It's going to be,
wow.
I think, a top 2 for Bree after all that.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's going to be a top 2, 4, 5, 8, 11 for Bree. Very good race from them. And I'm not sure whether we have a perfectly accurate score at this point, but Bree, suffice to say, is going to be leading after that.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like GE is down 14 going into race 10 here.
And we are going to be going to RGV if Gungnir gets their way here. That's a track that I like a lot. And a mixed bag in terms of track picks for Bree. Obviously, Valor wants DS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we knew that already.
It is going to be the Grumble Volcano pick, though.
Mm-hmm. I like this pick.
Yeah, I do as well. This is a track that's very neutral in terms of starting spots. You can kind of run it or bag it. You can start from any position and win just by outplaying the other team, more so than most other tracks. Strada getting bumped into the dirt. He's going to throw his red in desperation. It doesn't connect. Yeah, he's going to be forced to bag here, I think. Going to keep driving for now, see what he pulls. 4 shrooms. He could catch up. Toad getting taken out, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do see Bree still kind of dominating the front, as we do have Valor.
He is also bottom 2, though.
That is actually Thomas that's in second. GE Thomas. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it looks like he got hit out.
Estrada getting bumped off the cut as well, so he's back into the back of the pack.
Yeah.
We see Toad having a star in a really high position. If his teammate can pull a shock, then this is really good for GE. Thomas spamming a star, so he might be predicting from the other team. Shock is going to come in, and Thomas is going to dodge. He's going to lose everything right after it, though. Not even getting boxed. He's back in last with nothing. Pulling the bill, spamming it. That saves his race, but he's still in a really awful position after dodging the shock.
I think that was definitely a GE shock, because we do see a lot of Bree back here, but
yeah,
very
3 for Bree. Yeah, Thomas, to his credit, predicted that shock, but getting completely screwed over right after.
Just sucks that
it's going to be a lot of top spots for GE.
Yeah, that might be like a top 4, maybe top 5 for GE almost.
Yeah, and Bree still has some time to take it back this race, but I think they're going to need a second shock to really do something massive here, and there's not much time to pull one of those.
Looks like Bree has whittled down GE's top spots to only a top 2-4.
Ooh, Thomas getting greened out. That is a very good green snipe, whoever threw that.
Okay, that was costly for Bree's race, definitely.
Valor getting taken out as well. Thomas getting starred. This is a massive race for GE, it looks like.
Yeah, Thomas getting his box stolen. Literally can't do anything. He's just a sitting duck right now. Looks like this might be a bottom 3 for Bree, if I'm looking at that right. Not sure who's in last.
This is very good for GE. Scartax getting first, though. 1-4-5.
Oh, wow.
9, 10, 11. Much better than we would have thought.
Yeah.
Just, it was only Thomas getting screwed over, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. Looked a lot worse just because of how bad Thomas's race ended up being.
Yeah, Thomas, that was hard to watch. He predicted the shock. He was doing everything right. He just kept getting hit over and over and over in that race. Yeah, that is going to end up being a pretty even race. With 2 left, it's still less than a 20-point game. And just a reminder, this is a must-win for GE if they want to stay in this series. If Bree does win this war, then they are going to be our MKU champions. So this is do or die.
Absolutely.
We get a very mixed bag in terms of track picks here. Nobody's really sure what they want to play.
I've seen a lot of desperation from GE as they are down 14 going into this next race.
I believe this is going to be race 11, yeah? Yeah, race 11.
Yeah, this is race 11.
Very similar situation to last war, where if Bree gets a good race here, they can put the nail in the coffin, but GE needs to do something. Thomas playing a Shroom right away. And using it to great effect, getting into third, 1-3 for them.
Really good Shroom usage from Thomas, for sure.
The double red pull could put in work as well. Up into first, 7 coins, 6 coins. Yeah, he should be able to start building a breakaway here. Leaving double for his mate, I like that play. While still getting the UMT glider. And nobody takes cut in front of him, so this is looking like a pretty established Bree front run at this point. And that is not what you want to hear if you're a Gungnir fan. They can't afford to have Bree running. They need to pull shock. Yeah, and Thomas is doing a bit of trolling. He knows that they don't need to win this race by super much. They just need to build on this lead.
Yeah. And honestly, they're doing a great job of building on this lead. I think Thomas from GE is the only GE member up there in the top 6.
Yeah, blue is going to be out for Bree in first. See if they can dodge it. More aggressive item pulls for Thomas. He's hopping into cut, yeah. And actually not connecting. It's rare that you see Thomas go for a play like that and it doesn't work out for him.
I mean, costly play to make, but honestly, what can you do with those items anyways, besides just what he did?
Yeah, you got to go for it.
Yeah.
Strata's back here in 10th. He doesn't really have good items either. He's going to need something good from this set.
Looks like GE is definitely still looking to get shock. They have one member very far back, but yeah, it's probably too little too late at this point.
If there is a shock, Thomas is dodging it anyway, so...
Yeah.
And there will be, that's going to be a GE shock. Everybody gets into set, but I think it is probably too little too late, and Thomas is going to gain more than all of them. This fire could kill him. He has to go wide. He's losing spots for that. Picking up 8th. Let's see what the front spots were, though.
Yeah,
top 4, 8, 9. I think that is going to be enough.
Yeah.
Even after the GE shock, that I believe is going to be a win for Bree, which is going to win them the season. That is kind of unbelievable after the shock. That looked like it was at least going to be a close race, but
yeah,
man, top 4.
Wow.
Let's wait for the score confirmation here.
Sure.
I'm not 100% sure it's mathematically done. I don't want to say GG's until we have.
Yeah. GE is down to 32 going into this last race, so they're going to need a massive race. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same situation as last tour, really. Like,
yeah,
can you really assume that GE can get a race that big against Bree on race 12? It's so unlikely. So yeah, you can't call it yet, but it's feeling kind of callable.
Exactly.
I mean, Tokyo's kind of the track to do it on, honestly.
That's kind of true. This track's not very good for top 4.
Yeah, GE is starting in very advantaged spots for Tokyo.
Right.
Wait, I think we're getting a score update. I think it actually is plus 42, not 32. So, unfortunately for GE, that is going to be a mathematical win for Bree after 11 races, I believe. Sorry, we
yeah.
we couldn't get more fanfare for that at the moment, but
yeah, true.
I think that Bree has already won at this point, and that is going to be yet another Division 1 victory for them. Really, the strongest run that we have seen in this game at any point, and they've been at the top for such a long time. There was a long period where it was debatable whether peak Bree or peak World Friend was better. I think at this point we can call it peak Bree. It has just stayed at the top for so long.
Absolutely.
It just feels impossible for any other team to beat these guys. They are so good.
Yeah. No, it's wild for sure. Yeah, it's wild to see one team just be so incredibly
Yeah.
Plus 15 at the end of the day. yeah. That's exactly how it's going to be, I think. Yeah.
Story of the war right there.
Exactly, man.
Oh my god, the star. It's going to be a top 2 to end us off for GE, but it is too little too late. Top 4 actually for GE, but that is still going to be another Division 1 win for Bree in 2 matches. Huge congratulations to them, and once again, apologies for the technical difficulties in the middle of this war, but we showed you guys the important moments at the beginning and the end. It is going to be Bree once again taking the win.
Yeah,
congratulations,
absolutely.
guys.
Congrats, you guys.
And yeah, that I believe we're not going to have any announcements for you guys, so that should be it for our stream. Thank you so much for watching and sticking through it with us for this cast and for the whole season. It was a pleasure to have all you guys in the chat, and it was a pleasure to cast.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for having us.
See you guys.
See ya.